everyone. It is time for First Alert Weather Extra. Hope you're having a great start to your day. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Jill Gilardi here. We're going to go in depth on the forecast. Here we go. And we're going to be talking about for today. It's bright, but it's windy. It's going to get windier. It's not bad yet. The rest of the week, primarily dry. There's going to be a brief chance for a downpour tomorrow evening/night. I'll show you more on that, but primarily most of the time tomorrow through the end of the week will be dry and breezy, and the weekend showers are possible but not a washout. All right, let's focus on the wind. There is a wind advisory for 3 counties until 7 o'clock, though the strongest winds will likely occur before then. Some of the gusts across those counties in particular could be as high as 50 miles per hour. So we're all prepared for possible down limbs and sporadic outages. That chance may be a little bit greater, of course, where we have that wind advisory in effect. According to the National Weather Service in Boston, they are the ones that issue the advisories and warnings, FYI. So the other offices said, no, not quite meeting the criteria. And you can see things ramping up. So between 10 a.m. and about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that's when our wind gusts will peak. They're already starting to ramp up. Just saw 33 at Windsor Locks, and last hour is 26. So they're starting to go upwards. This is a model just kind of giving you a rough idea of the strongest time frame. That's probably likely right around lunchtime, and maybe you're heading out to boat at that time frame. So just be mindful of those strong wind gusts. When they come in from the northwesterly direction, FYI, you see it crossing like I-84, for example. So any, kind of skewed east to west route, even I-95, you can feel that tug on your vehicle. High-profile vehicles, you can really feel it. So just be careful out there. The wind can play in a direction you didn't want your vehicle to go. The election day forecast, yes, it is windy out there to start for the day and through the early afternoon before the winds start to back off. Temperatures, the hills, a little cooler, so highs near 50 or low 50s generally. Now inland, and then especially at the shoreline, that's where our temperatures will be the warmest today because of the wind off the land. So upper 50s to near 60 degrees inland, mid and upper 50s. All right, breaking forecast, leaf blowing. Well, the Mother Nature is going to be blowing those leaves and not in the direction you want. So forget about messing with those leaves today. You can give it a whirl tomorrow. Still may be challenging at time with still a gusty wind developing. Usually it's in the afternoon, late morning, so you might have an opportunity earlier in the day to tackle some of those leaves before the wind becomes a pain. Let's take a look at First Alert Futurecasts. We've got quiet weather today. There might be a couple of afternoon clouds. Could there be a sprinkle? Sure, small chance, no big deal. As we head into tonight, into tomorrow morning, mostly clear. But the clouds start to increase. We have a warm front lifting through early in the day, and then here comes the cold for an evening/early night. And like we saw last night, there could even be a couple of claps of thunder. So we're going to get you all the way through. There is 2 o'clock, nothing happening tomorrow. It's 7 o'clock, not a whole lot, but then connected with the front, there's 8, 9, and 10. So basically 8 through 11 p.m. We'll have these downpours tracking across our state. Could be some claps of thunder connected with them, aka flashes of lightning. And then we're quiet again, just breezy. So tomorrow we have the Super Beaver full moon, and it rises at 4:26. Now sunset is at 4:41, so it should be interesting to see it starting to rise, and as the light is changing, and yeah, it could be interesting. Now the clouds may be a little problematic. We have mostly cloudy conditions we are forecasting. Now the moon appears brighter and bigger, a little bit closer to Earth, but it's not technically any bigger. It's just an illusion, so to say. But yeah, so hopefully we'll get enough breaks before thicker clouds arrive. But that's what's happening tomorrow. So yeah, we are still waiting. Thursday. Thursday's your day to find out how much of an impact that more recent rainfall, the heavier rain, has had on the drought conditions developing across our state and lingering. All right, so we did get a little over 1/10 of an inch of rain last night in the Hartford area. We dropped to 31, but we got up to 58. So a little bit below average to start and a touch above average to finish. All right, well, below average, that's the key word, key words, as we look ahead to early next week. Big dip in the jet stream, pulling down some chilly here from Canada. So coldest air of the season we are expecting early next week. Nothing major in terms of impacts. We're just dressing in layers at this point in time. As we take a look at the temperature outlook, that matches 8 to 14 days. That's beyond the 7-day bump. And it's going to be chillier than average. No strong signal beyond the 7-day for much in the way of rain. So let's highlight rain chances. Showers tomorrow night. We showed you that. Maybe a clap of thunder, a couple downpours. Breezy, dry, a little bit cooler Thursday, Friday. Now it's Saturday morning. We have showers. So cross your fingers. It's out of here by the time the 12:30 Huskies game starts. But maybe tailgating, you might have to deal with a few showers. So just giving you that first alert. Sunday starts dry, then some afternoon showers develop. That is what we're tracking to bring in that cold air. So here comes a front, and it's a doozy, and we'll have those temperatures in the 40s for highs. That high of 46, that's very close to what is our normal high for December 1st. So yeah, gonna get cold, especially during the daylight hours. And as we take a look at the shoreline high temperature forecast, we have a couple 60s popping up. I'm drawn to Wednesday, and you're probably seeing that 60 for Saturday before that cold air gets here. Now, in terms of overnight lows, that remains to be seen just how cold it will get at night. Of course, later on today, and if you check back in at 9:30, you will be able to see Tuesday's forecast. I'm curious to see how low do we go Tuesday morning. But it could be, a hard freeze situation, but if there's clouds around or if there's, a breeze, that would obviously keep us a little warmer. So we will keep you updated right here and also on Channel 3 in the Wax and on social media. That is your latest version of First Alert Weather Extra. I'll see you again this time tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.